Hi class, welcome to KNAF 150A, Program 10. You will need an exercise mat, a chair, and very weighted water bottles. This first set, we're going to work on your medial deltoids and your quadriceps. We're going to combine forward lunges and rear walking lunges together with your lateral raise. So make sure as you step forward, you step far enough forward to make sure that that knee does not go past that front toe. The same thing happens when you step backwards. Make sure as you step backwards, you do so with enough distance to prevent that knee from going past that front toe. You'll be executing a lateral raise throughout a range of motion of your lunges. With every step, bringing your shoulder blades back and the weights up in line with the shoulders to complete the exercise. Next up, work on your core with cannonballs. Lay down supine, touch the floor behind you, do a full sit up, grab your knees, and then return to supine position. Inhale as you transition into supine, and exhale as you do a full sit up and bring your knees to your chest. Focus on breath. Inhale, exhale through your mouth, cooling your body down. Great job. Second set. Again, working on these lunges with a lateral raise can be a little tricky. It involves a little bit more coordination walking backwards. So take your time. If you have a larger room, you can complete these steps 8 steps forward and then 8 steps back again. Since the room we're utilizing is a little bit smaller, we're managing 4 steps forward, 4 steps back, 4 times. As you lateral raise, make sure you have a slight bend in your elbow. Keep your shoulder blades back and your head neutral. Focusing on the larger muscle group here. Inhale as you come down for the lunge, and exhale as you come back. Next up, cannonballs. If you need to modify this exercise to make it a little bit easier, you can just work on knees to chest, keeping your shoulder blades back onto the mat. Or you can work on upper body crunches, keeping your knee bent, feet flat, and just bringing your torso up towards the ceiling. Do what feels right for you. Station 2. We're going to start this station working on your core with a lower abdominal exercise called swimming. It is exactly what it looks like. Transition into supine or on your back. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can with just a slight bend in your knees, and bring your legs up one at a time in this swimming motion. To make this more challenging, try to make sure that your heels are close to the floor. Next round. Shoulder press seated. This is an excellent exercise for isolating your deltoids and your triceps. If you were to do this standing, you would generate force from your feet to your calves, to your thighs, all the way up to your shoulders. But when you sit down, it only initiates force, starting from your chest and shoulders. It's a great exercise that you can do with almost any shoulder exercise. Second set, swimming. Make sure when you're doing this exercise, you keep your head flat onto the mat to prevent any neck strain. You can place your hands underneath your tailbone if you like, if it makes you feel more comfortable. Point your toes up towards the ceiling and hinge from the hips. Focus on breath, continually breathing in and out. We're doing this exercise for 30 seconds. Second set, last set, shoulder press. Try to sit up, keeping your back straight, shoulder blades back. And as you press forward and up, you angle forward just about 5 to 10 degrees. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. If this bothers your lower back in any way, you can bend your knees and transition into a heel down to low position. Great job. Station 3. We're going to start the station with an exercise called good mornings. So choose weights that are appropriate. Stand with your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Keep your shoulder blades back. Knees straight with a soft bend. And you're going to hinge forward, kind of like you're bowing. Cross your arms and bring your weights over your shoulders. This is a great exercise for your lower back, and you'll also feel this in your hamstrings. It's a little bit tricky, but try to keep your head in neutral spine throughout the range of motion. Inhaling as you pull forward, and exhaling as you straighten. Next up, we have plank ups. It's a great exercise for your core and for your triceps. So transition to a low plank position. Make sure your elbows are in line with your shoulders, and you're going to straighten your arms one at a time into high plank position. Make sure your feet are hip width apart or just slightly wider if that's more comfortable for you. Navel drawn in, glutes tight. Continuous breath, inhaling and exhaling through your mouth. Release plank for 30 seconds. Second set, station 3. Good mornings. Great exercise for your lower back. Pick your weights, cross your arms, rest the weights on your shoulders. Make sure as you're doing this exercise, you keep your elbows in line with your shoulders throughout the range of motion. Hinge from the hip. This isolates your lower back muscles called your erector spinae. Slight bend in the knees is fine, but keep your legs relatively straight. Focus on breath. Fold forward as low as you feel comfortable. Inhale as you pull forward. Exhale as you straighten. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Second set, last set. Working on those plank ups. Again, starting from low plank position into high plank position. Make sure that your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders and your feet are about width apart. Keep your gaze towards the floor with a space right between your hands. Keep yourself from looking up or forward. Focus on your breath. Inhale, exhale through your mouth, transitioning from low plank to high plank for 30 seconds. Great job. Station 4. Working on your shoulders, your anterior deltoids, and your medial deltoids. Working on a T, which is a combination of lateral raise and front raise. Just alternating between the two. Make sure to keep your shoulder blades back while you're doing your lateral raise and while you're doing your front raise. Next up, we have sit-ups. It's a great exercise for your core. I challenge you to do this exercise without placing your feet underneath the platform or having somebody else hold your feet. It's a great exercise. It works out your lower abdominals and your upper abdominals. Because you don't have a platform to hold your feet down, it makes it a little bit more challenging and incorporates your hip flexors as well. It makes this exercise a little bit more dynamic. Inhale on the way down and exhale on the way up. Try to keep that bend throughout the range of motion. Great job. Second set, working on a front raise and lateral raise combination. Choose weights that are appropriate for you to complete approximately 14 or more repetitions. Inhale as the weights come down, exhale as the weights come up. Deep breaths in and out through your mouth. Keep your shoulder blades back and gaze forward. Very good. Second set, last set, sit-ups. If you need to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can try straightening your knees out. Otherwise, keep a slight bend in your knees. In addition to that, if you find this exercise too challenging, you can transition into regular crunches. Do what feels best for you. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Lead your sit-ups with your elbows. Bring your elbows to your knees. We're going to transition into supine tricep extensions. So lay down on your back, bend your knees, bring your heels towards your butt. Choose a weight that works best for you. This is a little challenging when you're in supine position. So keep your elbows in line with with your shoulders and extend your arms, bringing the weights up towards the ceiling. Bringing the weights back down towards the floor near your head to complete the range of motion. Next up, we have concentration curls. Have a seat in your chair. You'll only need one weight for this. Lay your knees out to the side. Bring your tricep to the inside of one leg. And then curl, bringing the weight up towards your chest. Completely lower your weight down to extend your arms completely. And then curl or flex, bringing the weight up towards your chest. Switch sides. Second set, last set, station 5. Supine tricep extensions. Lay down onto your back, bend your knees, bring your heels close to your body, elbows in line with your shoulders, and extend your arms, bringing the weights up towards the ceiling. Inhale as you bring the weights towards your head and down towards the floor, and exhale as you extend your arms, bringing your weights up towards the ceiling. Make sure to keep your hands in neutral position so the weights will collide with your head. Concentration curls are next. It's a great exercise to isolate one bicep at a time. Have a seat. Bring your knees out. Bring one elbow towards the inside of your thigh. And curl one arm at a time. Great job.